How do I know for sure that the connection that I have is benevolent? This is one of the biggest reasons that starseeds hold back on their cosmic spiritual journey. And it really saddens my heart because it feels like a missed opportunity for you to connect with your higher guidance and your divine soul path. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Aisha, I'm an Akashic Records reader and also a cosmic guide for starseeds. And one of the things, maybe it's the most important reason that people lag back on their spiritual journey, is because they have had some kind of negative experience. Maybe they bumped into their home, into a negative energy. And also, one of my clients bumped into a negative draconian force when she was at the computer. So it was a digital experience. And they are really trying to hold the light workers and starseeds back. So they can really easy trick you by being like, well, just a menace. And even though you have to take your precautions and you have to know what you are doing by entering the spiritual realm, especially when it comes down to the 4D realm, which is all about magic and dreams. And this realm is really closely connected to the minus 4D realm. And so it's very easy to travel back and forth if you don't know what you're doing. So it's best to stay out of the 4D realm. That's why we are always talking about going from 3D to 5D, because when you're in 5D, it's really like the paradise realm. You know, only the benevolent spirits are in 5D and higher. So if you're not sure what you're doing, of course you can be a little bit frightened. And especially when you are sensitive. You're a sensitive high being. That's why you are a light worker and a starseed. And that's why negative entities love to like put a little, it's really like a plague. It's really like, I wouldn't say don't take it too seriously, but maybe I should, because if you know what you're doing and you stand your ground and you know that you're a sovereign being, there's nothing and no one who is able to stop you. And if you trust that and believe in that and call in the divine, your ancestors, your ascended masters, Sophia, creatrix of all life, or your God, Christ, Buddha consciousness, there's no way those lower forces can come to you. So a lot of my clients and a lot of people I know personally who are sensitive, they just simply don't know yet how to protect themselves. But each and one of them knows what's true. They sense energies. They perceive people to be true or not. They know exactly when someone is lying. And they know that the energy in the room they read is for real. They can sense it when they step into a room and there had been a fight or whatever. Not a physical fight necessarily, but there were arguments or whatever. The atmosphere changes, right? And when you're sensitive, you pick that up. So how can you learn to trust those instincts? Because I think it's very important if you want to raise your vibration, if you want to move further in your development and be on your paradise timeline, then working with energies is really a part of it. I work with energies every single day, and I also advise my clients to do it because it's also a matter of, practice. And a lot of the times, of course, we know how to connect with higher beings because we did that in so many lifetimes. And maybe for you as well, when you came from like the angelic realms or the fairy realms, or you were trained in certain realms of the archangels, you know how to do it. And maybe you are developed by your hands, you know how to touch people, how to give massages, and or maybe you're from a distance you can do certain things, or you're a remote viewer. There are so many different modalities in which you can be trained. However, if you are afraid of connecting to the wrong energies, you are not training yourself. You are not discovering what your unique abilities are. So the most obstacle you have in your way is to trust what you are perceiving, to have faith and to trust. and then to experience with benevolent modalities, to know how you can tap into those energies. It's a little bit windy out here. It's beautiful, don't you think? This is the Netherlands, Europe, Holland. And I think it's going to rain soon. So let me talk about this subject even further. Because it's so important to know that you have a job to do. You came here with a mission and you can't be held back by fear. And of course it's understandable because indeed there are people who suffered from these lower entities. But there, you have to know there's always a way when you encounter those energies to really retrieve and to really get yourself back. And of course, I wouldn't advise you to play with those energies. I mean, I would never advise someone, for example, to use a Ouija board because you might be opening portals and you don't have any idea what kind of portals they are and what the effect will be. So it's not to frighten you, but be cautious. You have to be mindful of what you're doing. I mean, don't go on the hunt for danger, right? We don't do that in a physical life as well. I would never go into certain places by myself in the middle of the night. I mean, that's, wanting for a disaster to happen. And the same thing counts for the energetic realm. Please be mindful, know what you are doing, and really, it really starts with the belief that you are capable of working with benevolent energies and that you don't have to be afraid of the lower vibrations, because of course they will try to bring the overall energies down. And what best way is that? To target on the higher beacons of light. But if you call in the divine every single day, for example, call in the ascended master of the Sophia Golden Dragon tribe, there's no way whatsoever that nothing but higher energies can come to you and miracles. You can attract miracles into your life. So let me give you an example of how to do this. First, you close your eyes, right? Make sure you're undisturbed for a few moments. And it's not about meditating like hours and hours a day. You can just simply close your eyes and focus on your body. Notice how you touch the ground or the sofa or the couch you are on, or you're lying on your bed. And just notice your body. Notice how your body feels. Make a quick scan from head to toe. And then you just simply put your hand below your navel and just breathe 3 times. And then you feel like you have your first chakra is at the end of your spine, you're on your back. And with your imagination, you perceive like a connection between your first chakra and the middle of the earth. It doesn't matter how it looks like. It doesn't matter if you see anything. Just know it happens. And then you surround yourself with a circle of light. And these ascended masters are so powerful. There are 7 ascended masters who I work with every single day. And there's also a Seraphim dragon tribe. And there are not just your regular dragons, there are really angelic dragons, golden angelic dragons. So in the north, you have white buffalo woman. She of 1,000 white clouds and thunder beings. And she comes along with, the spirit of the earth and with the really powerful ancestors, the grandmother ancestors, right? And in the northeast, you have Isis, the goddess Egyptian woman. She is so profound. She of 1,000 names. And in the west, in the east, we have Hathor. And Hathor is also an Egyptian ascended master. All the ascended masters, the 7 of them, were once female humans. Excuse the traffic. And Hathor is she of 1,000 voices, because she's very connected with expressing and with your 5th chakra, your throat chakra. In the southeast, we have this amazing woman called Green Tara. She's seen as the mother of Buddhism. She of a Thousand Stars. I mean, the subtitles are amazing by itself, don't you agree? And in the South, I always welcome my dear Mother Mary, she of a thousand roses. And she is so amazing. She's got nothing to do with the Bible or the church. If you are against that, just call her in for miracles. And then in the Southwest, her daughter-in-law, Mary Magdalene, she of a thousand angels. And Mary Magdalene comes along with the Order of Magdalena. Yeshua is part of it, Joan of Arc, Archangel Michael, and of course Mother Mary was the profound, the most premium mentor of Mary Magdalene. And in the West, we welcome Kuan Yin. She is also this amazing Asian. Oh, I have to go. I'm gonna wrap it up. And also the Golden Dragon tribe. It's starting to rain. I'm gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye bye.